let's talk about one of the most powerful psychological tools out there. Seriously, it's something you run into every single day. You see it in news headlines, you hear it in sales pitches, it even shows up in job interviews. It's kind of like a secret ingredient that can make almost anything completely irresistible.
Okay, so let me just ask you something right off the bat. We've all heard the phrase, curiosity killed the cat, right? But do you know how that saying actually ends? Just hang on to that thought for a minute. We'll circle back. And what about this? What if you could get someone to say yes to you before you've even really asked them for anything? I mean, imagine a technique so persuasive that it gets people on your side right from the get-go.
Okay, that little feeling you have right now, that itch in your brain that wants the answers to those questions, that is exactly what we're talking about today. It's a gap in your knowledge.
This is the heart of it all. It's called information gap theory. And the idea is actually super simple, but so powerful. When your brain notices a gap between what you know and what you want to know, it creates this tension, this powerful drive to take action and fill in that blank.
And listen, this isn't just some clever marketing trick. The guy who really put a name to this was a neuroeconomist named George Lowenstein. He figured out that this drive to know isn't just a whim, it's a fundamental part of how we're wired. He literally called it a hunger for knowledge.
And he's right. It's not just a feeling, it's pure biology. When your curiosity gets piqued, there's a whole chain reaction that kicks off inside your brain. So let's dig into how that actually works.
So here's what's going on upstairs. The moment you feel that curiosity, your brain's reward center just lights up like a Christmas tree. fMRI studies have shown it. Your brain starts releasing dopamine. Yep, the same feel-good chemical you get from things like eating your favorite food or winning a game. Your brain literally treats finding that missing piece of information as a reward. That's why we just have to click, or keep reading, or watch till the end. It actually feels good to find out.
Okay, so that's the theory, but what does this look like out in the real world? Well, I've got a fantastic example of how this was used to solve a problem that was, well, nearly impossible. So picture this. You're in charge of recruiting for the US Navy's cryptology division. Your job is to find the absolute best code breakers on the entire planet. Now, these are not the kind of people who are just scrolling through LinkedIn looking for a job, right? They're brilliant, they're hyper-focused, they love a challenge. So how on earth do you even find them?
You can't just put out a normal job ad that says, "Hey, genius is wanted." So, what do? You don't try to recruit them. You build a puzzle. You open up an information gap so fascinating, so compelling, that the exact people you're looking for can't stop themselves from trying to solve it. It's just a brilliant strategy.
They called it Project Arctifuthis. And instead of talking about careers and benefits, they created this whole alternate reality game about a kidnapped scientist. They started dropping these incredibly complex puzzles and ciphers all over social media. And guess what? The only people who were even able to solve them, the ones naturally driven to fill in those informational gaps, were the perfect candidates. It was an incredible success that blew all their recruiting goals out of the water.
Now, a close cousin to this whole idea is novelty. There's a reason the word new is maybe the most powerful word in all of marketing. It's because anything new automatically creates an information gap. It's something we don't know about yet, and our brains feel this biological pull to check it out.
Check out this case study. A company was trying to sell disability insurance to medical residents. Their old message was, pretty standard, all about policy benefits, qualifying criteria, kind of boring. The new message, though, it framed the same product as something that was never before possible, something that until now had been totally unavailable to them. And the result? A mind-blowing 614% lift in sales. That's the power of creating that "what's this" gap.
So now that you know the theory behind it, let's turn you into an expert at spotting it out in the wild. Because once you see the pattern, trust me, you are going to start seeing it absolutely everywhere.
So start looking for headlines that begin with a question word like who, what, or why. Notice when people use superlatives, the biggest mistake, the one thing you need, that make you wonder what it is. You see those three little dots at the end of an email subject line? That's a cliffhanger. It's an unfinished thought on purpose. Quizzes, half-told stories, and of course that magic word new. They're all tools designed to open a gap in your knowledge and pull you right in.
Which, of course, brings us all the way back to that first question I asked you. The full saying isn't actually a warning against being curious. The whole point is the reward you get for closing the loop. It's curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. It's all about that satisfying dopamine hit of finally finding out. So the real question is, now that you know the trick, you think you'll still fall for it?